Hey, what's up YouTube? Fiend Kitty here. It's my first deck profile of the new September format. This is one of the... I'm still deciding on what my main deck is going to be for the format, so I've kind of narrowed it down to 3 choices. Gladiator, Beast, Tech Janus, or X-Sabers. Mainly I made this decision because you don't need tour guide for these decks, I don't believe. I think they'll function well without it. I'm not getting tour guides. Maybe one if I get lucky, but I'm not going to get tour guides because that's a waste of money. And I've already wasted so much money on this game, so fuck that. So, and I love Tech Janus. I started running it towards the end of the last format. I just love the monsters. It's a fun deck for me to play. It's a fun deck. X-Sabers, I've always loved X-Sabers, and Glad Beasts, I've always loved Glad Beasts. So, no matter what I choose, I'm going to choose a deck that I love. So, I'll start off with the monsters. Monsters are really small. 3 Thunder Kings. I think with the Light Sworns, the Twilight builds that are going to be going around, that'll help out with that. Especially, like, this will probably help me out a lot against decks that run tour guide, which is pretty much every fucking deck runs tour guides. You pretty much have if you can afford tour guide or you had tour guides, you're gonna run tour guide this format. So that'll help out with stopping the Exceed monster. They'll have to find a different way around it. You negate the Exceed monster's summon so they can't, free monster unless they go first. I think X-Sabers will do good this format too, so this will help out triple Thunder King in this format. Against X-Sabers, I heard people are trying to find good Blackwing builds, so that'll help out against that. 6 Samurais, a lot of people are jumping ship from that, but I think it'll still be a pretty good deck. So I think all around this card is going to be MVP for this deck, this format. I run triple Striker. My Synchro Explosion plays. I love him. Just dropping him, dropping Warwolf, and then summoning a level 4. And then going into Trishula. Usually that's the only Synchro. I do have a full extra deck for this, but usually the only Synchro I normally go for is Trishula, and that's only if I'm like already winning or need to get out of a really tight situation. And then usually after that, since Trisha's broken, I win. I run triple Warwolf and triple Rush Rhino. Pretty standard lineup for the TGs, 3 of each. Triple Tengu because it's a boss floater. I actually run 1 Blackluster Soldier. It's so broken that I can splash it in Tech Janus. I run triple Warwolf, which it's a easily searchable monster. So I almost always have a dark in the graveyard. And then triple Thunder King seems like it wouldn't be enough, but if you think about it, sometimes I do Exceed in this deck, and my go-to Exceed monster is when I have 2 level 4s, and that's I usually get out Utopia, and if anything happens to Utopia, it's a light also. So I'm thinking I side an Effect Veiler. I'm trying to think of maybe maining one, so that'll even up my light monster count. I have never dead drawn this guy. There has been one time, actually, I opened with him, and I had to sit on him for a couple turns. But that is it. Like, no, most of the time, if I top deck into this, I can summon him. It's ridiculous. Spell lineup, triple pot of duality. I'm thinking of going down to 2. I have a lot of search power already in the deck. But I don't know. It hasn't backfired on me yet, but I feel I could go down to 2, and I would be able to fit more defense into this deck to help out in the long run. Mind control, it's amazing now that Exceeds exists. And in this deck, I run three tuners, and I run plenty of level 3 monsters, a shitload of level 4 monsters. So it's like, if my opponent has a tuner, I can sync with it. If my opponent has a level 3 monster and I have a werewolf, exceed with it. Level 4 monster and I have anything else, I can exceed with it. And if they have something that I can tune with him, then awesome. Plus, it even helps against boss monsters, because I could just take control of an enemy's Blackluster Soldier, remove itself, Chaos Sorcerer, remove itself, stuff like that. So it's got a lot of uses now. 2 MSTs in the main. I side a third. This, I don't even main Heavy Storm. I side Heavy Storm in this deck. This isn't, like, it has explosive plays, synchro and exceed wise, but it doesn't focus on that. It focuses mainly on 1-for-1 exchanges with my my trap card lineup that I'm gonna get to later, and yeah, so it doesn't focus on that mainly. So I only run 2 MSTs for really serious problem cards. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Pot of Avarice. This has saved me so many times. I have the worst luck with Tengu, and I'll open with 3 Tengu, and it looks like the game is lost, but then I'll top deck into Pot of Avarice and send all my Tengus and shit back, and I actually can still win. Traps, 1 Torrential, triple Horn of the Phantom Beast, triple TG1. This card single-handedly makes me believe that this deck is still a top contender, just because it can just there's so many boss monsters this format. I think it can they'll just summon a boss monster and you can take it. And then if they don't, then you can plus off of Horn. Double Solemn Warning. I run 1 Tech Bribe, mainly for the Heavy Storm, because I still like, if I have a Dark Bribe or a Starlight Road, I do like to set a lot so that I have options when my opponent tries to kill me. So it's nice to have that Dark Bribe. Plus, in a pinch, there are other problem cards that I don't want to see go off, so it helps out a lot. 1 Dimensional Prison, 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device, 1 Trap Dust Shoot, and 2 Starlight Roads, which I think is going to be the other MVP in this deck, this format, just because everybody's going to be happy now that they got it back. Which I'm glad it came back, because you actually have answers to that, like Starlight Road and destruction stopping effects like that, unlike Stardust and stuff, unlike Trunade. I hated Trunade with a passion, because somebody Trunade you, then usually it's followed by a huge OTK play or a play you can't come back from. Heavy, you actually can respond to it pretty effectively and play around it. So, plus you don't have to worry about your opponent heavying when they have a bunch of back rows, because they'll lose out just as much as you. I mean, with Trunade, they could have like 4 set back rows, and Trunade make a huge play, then set all their back rows again. So, so that's the main deck. I'm still working on the side deck because I have no idea what the format's going to bring. So until then, I'm just pretty much sticking with the majority of the side deck I had last format. And yeah, so any comments, rate it, subscribe, let me know what you think. Peace out. I'll see you later.